Thank you. What's up, Gary?
Things are good, bro.
What do you think of my little pod here, dude?
It's fucking awesome.
Pretty badass, isn't it?
Oh, and you got wrestling figures?
Yeah. We got everything, man. It's
Fucking Macho Man. That's what's up.
That's what's up, homies.
Macho Man, baby.
I went to school on one of these short buses, man. I was in special ed.
I love it.
Learning disabilities. Now I go around and help people.
That's really fucking rad.
Thank you, man. I appreciate your time, bro. I know you're a busy man. Let me move this shit anyway so you don't fuck yourself up. So basically what we do, we got a studio in here now. We're interviewing entrepreneurs, people that are like killing it in business and just helping kids.
I'm into it.
You like it?
Love.
You love it?
Love.
Thank you, dude.
Let's do it.
So here's the thing, right? I know you said you struggled in school.
Yes.
Is it dyslexia?
Probably, though I've never been diagnosed.
Okay.
Or just not great at reading.
Okay.
And also unbelievably uninterested in the subject matter and an intuitive understanding that an awful lot of it wasn't going to factor in to the way my life was going to play out. You got to understand, I was really selling stuff at a very young age. I'm talking first grade.
Shit.
Like even looking at this brings back memories. Like buy the bag at a discount, sell them for $0.25. So I, long before entrepreneurship was cool, long before I had anybody to look up to, it was in me. In the same way that like people like sang or wrote poems, like it was deeply in me. So very early on, I was like, fuck school.
I hear you.
Like, I'm not gonna win at this game. I was super into the social parts.
Yep.
I had a lot of friends. I loved being popular. I loved being popular with the coolest kid in school and the biggest nerd. And
She's a nerd?
Nah,
She's pretty badass.
she's so fucking confident. She's the most confident person on my whole team. But you know what I mean? Like I took a lot of pride in being friendly with everybody.
Yeah.
I remember that being a big theme for me.
Empathy, right?
Yeah, that's
Are you
exactly.
big on empathy?
It's my superpower.
So you know what's crazy? I just did my talk, and I'm not used to speaking to people like this because I own a real estate company. But I just did a talk on empathy, and I thought it's the most important skill that we can teach children today.
100%.
You agree with me?
It leads to kindness.
Yes.
It leads to being good at selling.
Yes.
It leads to a lot of things that actually really play out. Makes you great with relationships. Look, most people aren't emotionally strong enough to be the bigger person in every situation.
I hear you.
Most people don't have the humility to go along with empathy to not be entitled.
Yeah, or ego kicks in.
Correct. Right? So for me, when somebody takes advantage of me,
Yep.
I think that they really fucked up.
I hear
Not
you.
that they got me. And I don't think that's common. And I do think that's a strength. And by the way, I don't even think of it as like, oh, you fucked up. I have that. But I also have, man, there must be something really not going well in there.
Yeah, you feel sorry for them, right?
I feel sorry.
They're not connected to the right shit. They haven't spent the time on themselves to get to the level they need to get to.
I feel sorry for them. I feel sorry for them. I really do. I see enormous amounts of insecurity in the world, which then means that they weren't as lucky as I was to have the right parents in the right circumstance. They were either born with too much,
Yep.
they were born with too little. They were born with insecure parents, they were born with parents that didn't give a crap. I had everything in my favor. I had a mother who was the best and cared the most. I had a father who showed me work ethic in my face, not by talking about it. I grew up with dick,
Yeah.
nothing. So I had no entitlement. I had to fight for mine.
Yep. I hear you. I feel you.
My mom was cheap as shit and an immigrant. So it was like a double whammy. Even when we started having a little money, we lived like it was 1944. So,
Like I know I heard you talk about your parents before, right? And how you learn your work ethic and how you learn how to hustle and
Yes.
get things done.
yes,
But I want to know from a deeper point of view. In my mind, that only gets you so far.
Yes.
It gets you to one point, but at what point did you realize that you needed to kick it up even higher? And what keeps you going? Like the drive behind that? Is it insecurity? Is it like, fuck, I need to show all these clowns what's up?
honestly, it's gratitude.
Gratitude.
For me, it's gratitude. I think I'm really talented. I think one thing I don't talk about is how smart I am. Like you never hear that if you can, like,
You should talk about it.
I'm thinking about it,
Yeah.
which is why I even brought it up.
Thank you. The short bus, baby.
On the short bus.
Yeah.
I'm grateful for having so many natural talents, So for me, it's less about insecurity and I gotta prove it or stick it, though I love that and I love competition.
Yeah.
Like I wanna beat everybody. But more what's driving me is, fuck, I was gifted with the best ingredients. I better get my chef game up to make this dish. Because I was given.
I was a chef for 15 years.
So I love it. It's a great analogy. Like, I've got to get my chef game up. Like, I've been given the best foie gras, the best beef from Japan and Argentina, the best vegetables, and fuck, I better make the greatest meal, because if somebody makes a better meal than me with less, because the ingredients were given.
No, I hear you.
So for me, it's about, how do I keep challenging myself to become the best chef in the world? Because my DNA's off the fucking charts. My origin is fucking all time. But for me,
it's also a shitload of work, right?
Yeah, but
Like
but when you
downplaying the work, right? The work is fucking the most important shit that everyone says. Oh yeah, Gary's a lucky guy. Like, I'm driving this fucking bus around by myself hustling tickets, right?
Honestly, I don't even, like, it's funny. The lucky conversation is just like, it's just people that are undereducated. On, like, there's nobody. I've never looked at anybody successful and said they're lucky.
No,
it just doesn't exist. It doesn't. Nobody that's made it, not given it. I could look at somebody who has $10 million in their bank account and say they got lucky because somebody gave it to them. But nobody who's ever achieved anything achieved it on luck. They put themselves in a position to capitalize. They put in the work.
For sure.
Like, they pattern recognize. The amount of things I do because I've been thoughtful about history telling me the future is incredible. Like, I'm well known because I understand how media has worked for the last 50 years, and then when I recognized the new manifestation of it, I capitalized on it. That's being thoughtful. That's putting in the work to educate yourself on what happened on radio between 1940 to 1960. Why cable television did this? Why did MTV work? Like, that's being smart. That's putting in the work. Like, I'm not playing Candy Crush at 11:30 at night. I'm reading comments, or I'm doing thoughtful thinking of history because it's an indicator for the future.
So why is it important to you? I see you giving hope to so many people. Like, you're out there. You don't need to be like, you don't need to be tweeting at midnight. You don't need to be doing all this shit. Like, let's be honest. Like, for you, what's the feeling?
It's a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? I think
Ecosystem.
it's an ecosystem. I think I like humans.
Well, thanks for coming on the short bus, dude.
No worries, man. I love the short bus.
Short bus is badass, dude. You gotta come and hang on this bus.
I really like people, bro. I really do. Like, for example, I like them so much that I don't really like animals that much. I'm not joking. This is like a funny little thing I talk about, but I always think about it. I'm like, why do people like animals so much and not people? As like I am on the spectrum of like 100 to 0. Like, I'll kill a dog right now. Before I would hurt a person's feelings. I would kill a dog right now before I would hurt a person's feelings. The amount of people that would kill a human before hurting a dog, and by the way, I don't think I'm right or wrong. No. That's me.
It's social intelligence, though. A lot of it.
For me, I like people, man. I really like them. I'm really into being liked. I like being liked. I like being liked.
Yeah, but does that come back to? Did you go on a short bus, dude?
I didn't,
no?
but
do you know what it means?
Of course I do.
You know?
Of course, dude. I grew up in the '80s when things were politically incorrect.
Yeah, so did
Not only short bus, separate part of the school, like quarantined.
Yeah, man.
Like, that is.
Like, that's what I really want to talk about. Bro.
Well,
like,
look, I had friends who had learning disabilities who were treated. I mean, we used very aggressive, bad words on them, the R word and things like, really sad shit. I shined in those moments. Fuck, man, I wish I was documenting my whole life.
I know.
People would know who I was. People would know who I was if they saw me in 3rd grade when the coolest kid in school was making fun of somebody and I just wouldn't have it.
Yeah, I remember getting my ass handed to me all the time jumping off this bus with my nerdy ass glasses with the black strap. My dad, what the hell happened to your glasses? Oh, I fell. And I'm protecting my buddy in a wheelchair, right?
Of course.
You have to do that shit.
I was very into it. I feel like
a short bus dude.
I'm a short bus dude.
Yeah, baby.
Honestly, I'm a short bus dude. I'm a mental health dude. Like, real quick, and I know you've got to. We'll go 2 minutes later.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate that.
I'm a. How in the fucking world are you willing to impose hate or judgment on another human being, dude? Fuck that. skin tone, race, gender, ethnicity, sexual preference, learning capability, financial.
That's what this fucking bus is all about, bro. You just document.
I have zero interest in ever letting anyone to my rationale right now to becoming well known is to redefine what an alpha male winner looks like. And I'm gonna fucking pull it off.
I know.
And I'm gonna pull it off because I'm gonna pull it off because I equally have all the things that the normal historical male winner has too, which is the fuck you, which is the skills. Like you can't.
That's okay though. It's almost like I see it's
a
mixture between street smarts and empathy.
I get it.
Like those combination is the key shit.
I get
that
it.
you need.
I'm an unbelievable balance of my mom and dad, who are unbelievable extremes at male and female virtues.
I love it. I'm gonna ask you one more question. So this bus is unselfish of me. I just run around and I help fucking as many people. I hug kids, I go to schools, I do speaking events. I'm going all in on this shit. I've been scared for years to do this shit. And I finally pulled up my big boy pants and I said fuck it 2 weeks ago, and I jumped around. We started selling tickets in this thing and driving around. I got people asking me for sponsorships.
Yes.
I used to do TV shit with HGTW Network. I'm done with that kind of shit right now. What would you do if you were in my position? Would you take sponsors? Because I don't want to be handcuffed to them.
I would probably take speaking fees.
Yeah?
I would be more, I think you're in a better place to get paid to speak eventually and use that money to be able to survive and grow and
that's
flourish.
What I gotta do, right?
Of course.
Yeah, man.
You know, then take sponsorship.
So you would get an agent to speak. What would you do?
Yeah, I would try to book them myself at first. I would speak for free a lot and put a lot of talks on film.
Okay.
And I would be patient.
Cool. I'm good with that.
Patience is how you win this game.
Cool. Can I get a pic?
100%.
By the sign, Stevie. Damn.
Taking the whole time.
That's how I roll.
Gary B certified. I got two girls, and the deal is they make friendship bracelets. So you got to take one.
I fucking love that shit.
That's part of the
That's
deal.
your one?
You got to wear a friendship bracelet.
Look where I'm going. I'm going right for the jugular.
Oh shit! You can get that on.
I don't know.